G'day everyone and welcome back to NS2HD. This is part 3 of 3 of a Build 179 game commentary. This game was played on Summit. It was a crazy game and most of it was recorded from a dual perspective. So if you haven't seen part 1 and 2, go and check them out. Part 1 is in dual perspective, part 2 is in dual perspective and includes the commentary of another player in the game, Tempest. So definitely get in there and check those out before you watch this part 3. Now at the start of part 3, what we have is Red Squad pushing hard into Crossroads with the assistance of an arc that I'm trying to bring down from flight control. We had just previously killed all the other alien hive, which was in Alien Start. One squad of Marines pushed round the other side of the map and killed that hive before the aliens had a chance to save it, and now it is the chance of Marines to try and kill the final hive, and let's see if we can do it. The aliens have been winning a lot of games in Build 178 and 179, so it'd be great to see a Marine victory here, not least because I am commanding and it would make me feel good about my commanding. Marines pushing down in force, trying to get that armory built to provide them with health and armor and ammunition. I'm finding that it is easier to just spend the team res and drop an armory than it is to try and save your P-res, your personal res, to get health and ammunition packs. And the reason for that is Arcs and Max cost health and ammunition packs. Elodia being a great team player there, sacrificing his time to build that armory so that everyone else could use it. Arc Cannon now firing on the Harvester. I'm not sure if Arcs can usually deploy an infestation. I don't know what's going on because I was unable to deploy the Arc further up, but Arcs are definitely a work in progress. And as I said in part 2, Andrew, the former StarCraft 2 programmer, is working on improving pathing in general, and Arcs will benefit from that. For now, this Arc Cannon is pummeling the Harvester up there, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a gameplay change in that Arcs will require line of sight to fire. So it might require a scan or a Marine to be in there or a Mac to be in there or something to be in there and give the commander line of sight so that an Arc can attack. For now, an Arc will simply attack any structure within its considerable range, whether or not you can see it. And now I'm building up a second one, so adding insult to injury for the alien team. Right now they're desperately trying to crack this position and kill this Arc Cannon because it is hammering their Harvester. If I was them, I would be desperately trying to come around another side, perhaps get an attack on our main base, try and split up this Marine team because there are 6 Marines going in for Crossroads, a 7th coming in to join. This is a 9v9 game. I believe we just lost one player. We lost Tempest, because he crashed out, which happens sometimes in the beta. It still does happen occasionally, but he crashed out, so we didn't have, we used to have 9 players and now we have 8. This Arc Cannon is stuck here, so I'm going to sell this phase gate. I believe this is an example of the pathing trouble that you will have with an Arc, but never fear, it is being worked on as we speak. And so I wouldn't worry about this too much at all. For now, it's just amusing trying to maneuver it around here because it's just being a little bastard. So I'm going to recycle this armory, not the phase gate, to allow it to pass through because we really need a second Arc Cannon up here. Looks like some Marines have been using a flamethrower to clear out that infestation. Might have lost a couple of Marines when I wasn't watching, but still a sizable force here, and that armory is protected by the sentry gun. Note, I've put a sentry gun covering the armory down below, and I'm also putting a sentry gun now facing towards the Crossroads, so advancing the sentry guns forward to try and hold ground. And someone is playing annoying music, so whoever that is, did you have to do that while I was casting? Really not appreciated. I'm going to have to probably mute the sound here because of that guy playing his music. But what can you do? Some people just like to do that, and there is not yet a mute button. I am going to have to sell this phase gate to allow the Arc to pass through, but it is going to be worth it to get a second Arc Cannon firing there. There we go, and now the Arc Cannon is moving through past there, and I'm rebuilding a new phase gate in a position that will not block arcs. So here we go, a second Arc Cannon moving down towards Crossroads. Very happy about that because sensing that we might be able to win this game by killing that hive, and hopefully the aliens have not taken another hive. We shall see. Here comes the Here comes the phase gate now being built by a Mac. When in the late game and all your Marines are tied up fighting, having those Macs around to just construct buildings behind your line is just a fantastic thing. Saves Marines from having to go back and do something boring like that. It allows a non-player character to do it instead. This arc cannon is now deployed, and you can see it is attacking structures around that harvester. So very, very good to have that going, except there's a skulk on it. Someone needs to kill that skulk. There we go. Clown Thresh taking out that skulk, and bang, Hydra's going down around that harvester. So if we can push up here, and another sentry gun going down as well. That phase gate is online now, which is great. Checking my console there, I just wanted to see what someone had said, and just waiting now for the Marines to be able to push up into the hive and finish this off. Skulk after skulk coming in and dying, so the aliens are not effectively able to hold this off. They don't have a fade anymore, I don't think. If they do, it's being a clever fade and staying back and trying to avoid getting trapped in here. A third arc cannon now. So definitely serious firepower coming down on this Crossroads hive. It is in real trouble, and if this arc cannon would just go where I tell it to, if it gets stuck on that one, no, there we go. No, what are you doing? Arc. Very weird pathing going on. Giza and FaZe and Glimmerman healing themselves up. Here we go. We have Marines inside the alien base. You can see explosion after explosion coming down that harvester. The reason it's not dying is because there is a gorge healing it up, and so it would have died a long time ago to these arc cannons, but there is a gorge healing it up. I'm going to move a third arc cannon up here now and try and get it all the way up the ramp. Now, I'm not sure if it can deploy on infestation or not. I mean, that arc cannon down there deployed, but I don't know what's going on. Here we go. All right, arc cannon deployed. Now, the arc cannon's range is slightly beyond the range radius that you see there. So this arc cannon should be able to attack that hive, I believe, which is just a death knell for the alien team. I have so much team res as well, so even if they push this back, I'm going to be able to expand all over the map, find them, and just dominate it. I mean, there's so much team res. I believe the aliens only have this extractor left. That is it. The gorge is down. That harvester is now on fire, flailing around manically, and there it goes. It's dead. Harvester down. The hive is up there somewhere. Don't have a line of sight to it at the moment, but a whip just went down to my arc cannons. Folding up this arc cannon, I'm going to bring it up the ramp towards the fight going on here. Red Squad hammering the alien team here up in their base, and their hive will have to go down very, very soon. Trying to deploy this arc cannon, it's being a little bit annoying and doesn't want to deploy. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure all these arc cannon issues will be fixed up. For now, they're just incredibly fun to use because they are a end game unit that can just crush fortified positions. Grenades going off against that hive. The crag is flailing around. It is on fire. And there we go, the crag up there is dead, so that hive no longer has any healing. The eggs are all dead. That's why the aliens aren't spawning. There's 9 players on the alien team, but they can't spawn because their eggs are all dead, and that was only a hive. It wasn't a hive mass. Sorry, we don't have those anymore, so that is just crap. Don't listen to me, but that is the end of the game. And a Marine win. So I hope you've enjoyed this Marine win game. It's a little bit rare at the moment, but getting more common as Marines work out how to play with the teamwork that you need. And listen to this. This is really funny.
We've got to find... Oh, we won!
There you go. A bit of delayed voice chat coming over, and that was my voice chat, so that's a little bit funny. And I will see you all soon for more NS2HD videos.
A little bit, eh?